If any of you have ever received a letter from me, you know that before I sign my name, my concluding parting words and greeting have always been always for Roseland. It is this concluding phrase that really belongs at the beginning and the forefront of how I focus on my job as your mayor. Every day I consider the following questions. Is what I am trying to accomplish, is what we as a governing body are trying to accomplish, is what the borough employees are trying to accomplish, and is what we as residents in this town are focused on, is it always for Roseland? When I ran for mayor, I campaigned on bringing our community together, implementing more teamwork at Borough Hall, and making sure borough government focused on improving the lives and experience that our residents have, while living in what truly is the gem of Essex County, and in my opinion, the entire state of New Jersey. All while maintaining our small town feel, while making modern improvements. While there's still so much work to be done and improvements to be made, we have taken important steps to make sure the focus is always for Roseland. So what does this phrase of always for Roseland mean? Primarily, always for Roseland means to ensure our residents receive the services they want and expect while keeping taxes stable. To further this, we created the West Essex Mayor's Shared Services Coalition and maintain our past agreements with various communities. We made sure that taxes would be kept affordable for the average homeowner, as the average home in town only saw a tax increase on the municipal side of $14 in 2019, all while improving services. We also made an agreement with Essex County through a lease agreement to purchase equipment for our fire department and purchase license plate readers for our police department to give our police the most up-to-date tools to combat the stolen car epidemic. These improvements enable our amazing first responders to have the tools they need to do their job to the best of their ability and keep us all safe. Always for Roseland means that we focus on accomplishing things that benefit the public good in different ways. And we had many accomplishments in 2009 that directly benefited every single Roseland resident. We started developing plans to upgrade the tennis courts and Harrison Avenue playground, which we completed in 2020. We purchased new benches for our borough parks. We thanked residents for their contributions to our town parks and recreation systems. We congratulated Eagle Scouts and residents for beautifying areas all over town. We renamed Lynn DeBell Field to include former Mayor Louis DeBell in a show of our thankfulness for their dedication and service to our community. We improved and expanded on our town picnic and saw it grow to an attendance of over 500 residents. We started the tradition of holding summer concert series, which was completely funded by donations, so there was no cost to the taxpayer, and we plan to only expand that series this year to have up to 4 concerts that residents can attend and enjoy. We started our first annual Halloween decorating contest and Christmas and Hanukkah decorating contest to encourage residents to make their homes festive. We acknowledged and thanked our veterans on Veterans Day with a ceremony in front of Borough Hall, partnering with local businesses, donating lunch for those in attendance. We expanded our municipal youth guidance, who have helped our town events with our high school students, the future of our borough. Continuing expanding a tradition of volunteerism in our youth will only benefit our borough when our youth becomes our tradition of holiday story time, with the help of Roseland resident Neil Grabowski, who donated his services to the borough and created a high-quality professional product that was broadcast on Roseland TV throughout the sector. We revamped the Christmas tree lighting event by providing more entertainment options, a nicer setup for photos with Santa, and new lights for the Christmas tree. All the way for Roseland in 2020 means that we are committed to keeping our tax rate as low as 2019, while also being committed to improving services. We're exploring shared services agreements with our neighboring towns for police dispatch and fuel, which again will save our residents money and actually be a revenue generator for the borough. Always for Roseland in 2020 means planning to redo Tedesco Park, bringing the Team 94 run home to Roseland, exploring the feasibility of a full-day scram camp so our families can have affordable summer camp, initiating community block parties throughout the warm months, expanding and making our Christmas event even better, expanding and making our Easter event even better, having a new Residence Day, having a Roseland Day, which will have activities throughout the day, including an Oktoberfest, a concert that will lead up to our bonfire, and our family movie night. Always for Roseland means we listen to the residents when they say they want better access to information and increased communication. Last year brought about the rollout of our new borough website, a revamped Insider, which is now called This Week in Roseland, refreshed and additional new social media accounts, new calendars, community event signage all over town, and a free app that'll even tell you when garbage is supposed to be picked up. Always for Roseland means we continue the progress this year as we examine the possibility of creating an official borough calendar to to better broadcast our council meetings, and to stream Roseland TV channel online. Always for Roseland means that we get the community more involved and spirited, so we return to the days when neighbors happily talk to each other, compliment each other, care about each other, and bring some more fun and more small town charm into the borough. Always for Roseland means that we listen to your feedback from these events and other events to examine what we can do to improve it for this year and years down the road. Also this year, with the help of former Mayor Pacio, we are bringing back the much-beloved Mayor's Ball. This year, we will aim to raise money for the first aid squad and library for this event. Lastly, and more importantly, always for Roseland means we make sure the hot-button issues plaguing our community, our country, our state, and our county are discussed and handled in a way that protects and benefits our residents. We were on the forefront of prohibiting the sale of electronic smoking products and passed a vaping ordinance and a marijuana ordinance to address concerns that arose last year with the nationwide epidemic and statewide discussion on those issues. Roseland was ahead of the curve. We continue to press for answers regarding our maligned postal service as we remain in contact with our federal representatives and send them your complaints and feedback as to what you experience when you do or don't receive your mail as you should. We addressed the statewide issue of affordable housing, and we settled our year-long litigation by negotiating an agreement that was announced this fall and has been very well received for making the best of a bad situation that Roseland and so many other towns across this state find themselves in. This settlement was a collaboration of previous and current administrations, and we all, like I said, made the best of a bad situation. We listened from the most minor issues to the most major issues. We attacked these issues head-on and immediately. With these actions we have taken thus far, it's already showing to make a difference. Engagement is increasing. Residents are continuing to come forward and join different boards and committees because they want to be a part of this Roseland, our great borough. And to cap it all off, New Jersey Monthly Magazine, towards the end of last year, named Roseland the second best town in Essex County and the 14th best town in the entire state of New Jersey. This is something we should be very proud of and is a sign we're heading in the right direction. The Roseland governing body, if not the most, must attain to be one of the most responsive local governments in the state. And I truly believe we are. If any resident contacts us with an issue, we immediately respond and begin to work on a solution. Solutions don't come overnight, but our initiation of addressing the problem is immediate. Second, strength through community. And third, always for Roseland. I thank the dedicated Roseland public servants who have been essential to the progress and success that we have made in the last year. I thank the community of volunteers who are vital to this borough's success. And I thank my peers on the Borough Council who have all shared a vision, and we have all made it happen together. I've always said, and similar expressions have been uttered before, there isn't a Democratic way, a Republican way to take out the trash. What matters most is the trash gets done affordably, it gets done well, and it gets done in a way the residents can be satisfied and proud of at the end of the day. This is the way we are approaching getting things done. And if we keep the focus on making sure what we are doing is always for Roseland, we will be doing the right things for those who live, work, and play in this gem of a town we call home, Roseland. Thank you, and God bless Roseland.